Two, 1 2, check 1 2. Arifa. Peace was good. All right. Peace, Regina and Ray. How y'all doing this evening? All right. Peace to everyone here on Google Hangout. All right. I'm looking like I just woke up, but I didn't. So yeah. Anyway, want to know who's watching you? No. Dr. Henry M. Carter. Peace, Mr. Dr. Henry M. Carter. Latoya Huff. Interesting. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes and wait for this thing to build. Anthony, brother, man, what's happening? Let me see. I had some notes that I wanted to pull up. All right. Normally I have a double screen, but tonight I just don't. Hold on for a second. I think I might need to kind of move over so I can see what I'm doing here. The Leon Judah L. Okay. Let me see if I can pull this other camera into the fray. One day I need to do a just behind the scenes, all the stuff I have to do to make this happen. All right. Maybe y'all will be like, okay, I see why sometimes he ain't got it together. All right. All right. Is that Mr. or Miss Simon? Sanders Weaver was good. All right. I'm going to wait to about 3 more minutes. I hope y'all don't mind. All right. In case y'all don't know, but probably do with yo, being the ATL, man, this weekend. All right. I'm going to hit you up. We're going to talk. Okay. Let's see if we could make something happen on this other camera. No, let's close that for right now. Curtis Hill, what's good? Nope. All right, let me see if I can sync this other camera up and then we in there. I don't know what this camera is doing. I don't really have time to figure it out. But we're going to try to. All right. Refresh the lists and networks. Let's configure the iPad. It's configuring. Peace, Soleil. How are you? All right. Hope everything is fine. Yeah, you know, these busy schedules, our paths crisscrossing. As the old folks say, ain't no rest for the weary, so we're going to make it happen. All right. Let's see if we can make it happen then. All right. 1 more minute. We're actually going to get started, so see what we can do. Whether this camera is working or not, we're going to get it and get started. I just have to bring it in as we're going along. Tracy D. Hope I pronounced that right. I'll be jacking up some names. Keith Vance. Peace to everyone. All right. This is Professor Griff here on Serious Minds RN TV. And I'm glad to see that some of the people that do have your picture on your Facebook profile, I can actually see what complexion you are, because that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about colorism. All right. All right. It was good. In the meantime, between time, let me get some things out of the way. I want to thank the people at Cool Breeze in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Beautiful cafe that actually, you know, open up the doors to Professor Griff at the behest of a brother that I know, Derek Williams, regular old brother from a regular old hood that I know. He just says, yo, man, if y'all want some things happening in here, couldn't create an event. All right, don't create one, then I'm good. I'll just go on colorism. And I ended up doing a lecture in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Yeah. Peace to Susie. And it was critical. I didn't know what to expect, but it was a beautiful thing. I'm just surprised and happy to see that there's some people. If it starts to get kind of staticky on Facebook Live, I'm gonna cut this other camera off. But see black people in Stone Mountain, especially owning businesses in Stone Mountain, and don't mind the Charles Dickens glasses. I couldn't even find my other glasses. All right, but so yeah, I was just happy to do the lecture. I really wanted to do the deconstruction of the religious mindfuck, but yeah, I ended up doing something else, which I thought was really cool in and of itself. I was just kind of feeling the vibe of the people and just kind of went for it. But it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to all of the brothers and sisters that are participating in my class, the Know Thyself class online. The next one is actually going to be in September, but the next class I'm giving is going to be a preparedness class, survival class. All right. So I'm going to be posting that up this week. All right. Peace, Patrick Crawford. Was good. I really want to dive into this subject. I'm waiting for a few more people to get on. Normally, I kind of wait to the 50 mark when this number up here says 50, but I probably won't wait because I need as much time as I can. I'll probably go past the 10 o'clock mark. All right. Let me just start off like this. First of all, whatever I say and however it comes through me to say to you, trust me, I don't mean anything personal about anyone name that I might mention or whatever. So don't take it personal. It's not. I'm not coming from that kind of spirit. All right. I'm coming from a spirit of I believe I heard Leonard Jeffries, or it might even been brother's name. It'll come to me in a minute. Cooperativeness, either Amos Wilson or Asa Hilliard. So that's the spirit that I'm coming in. Don't take anything I say personal. This is not a personal attack on anyone. Peace, big bro. Da, 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 da. Just checking with you. Everything good. Everything's good. I'm putting everything's good. All right. So let's start this off by saying this. If you haven't studied the Willie Lynch letter, it's imperative that you go back and study, analyze, dissect, put under the microscope the Willie Lynch letter. The reason why I say this is because if you don't understand what is written in that particular document, you might not be able to understand the premise and the point of reference that I'm coming from. So we might want to do that. Even after this, if you haven't studied the colonization of black people in Africa, all right, then you might want to study that, because what I'm about to say probably won't make any sense to you. And you'll probably speak from that point of reference, and that point of reference might be slightly ignorant. And ignorant is not a negative word. I'm not calling you ignorant. I'm just saying we might need to change our approach to how we're viewing and dealing with this particular subject. All right. It's a very real thing. It's a very real subject. I wouldn't want to, let me see. I wouldn't want to sidestep any of the issues. I want to go right to it, but I have to lay a base. And the base that I want to lay is the fact that we have to know Black. I'm putting Black before African history. All right. Prior to any languages that redefined who we are. All right. We came from the birthplace of the God, him and herself. All right. That sacred womb lined with melanin. Okay. And when we took human form and when Pangea was together, plates were together. All right. We ended up in what that place is now called Africa, the birthplace of humanity. Coming out of Africa into the Black African diaspora. All right. Before coming out of Africa, we've already had these shades and tones and complexions and textures of hair and nose and lips. And all right. We have to understand that premise. Peace, Aisha. All right. We have to understand that. We were already study Professor Small, study Runoko Rashidi, study Ashwa Kwesi, study Dr. Ben's work. We were all black and brown and tan and light skinned before we even met anyone on the planet. Please take me up on that. My phone number is 678-557-2919. But please study before you call me teaching. And I remember Soleil sending me an article, a particular document that talked about the Sand people. It talked about they've been there and where they are now in Africa for 30,000 years. They've been there. And we're talking Africa, 30,000 years. And all of these people in this particular tribe are light-skinned, untouched by Europeans. There's 150 million shades of black, all of which are black people. All right. So this whole idea of the subject tonight, colorism, I don't know. I really didn't have, I guess it kind of flew under or over or around my radar, because when I see people, I kind of know who's black and white. Regardless of what Ancestry.com says, we know who's us. All right. Peace, Curtis Weaver. So I'm saying to you, we have to understand the history. We have to understand. Now, if you're coming into this with a narrow-minded perspective, then I just can't talk to you at all. There's no sense in you even being on it. And I don't mind if you click off or do whatever you do. All right. So let's begin. A few weeks ago, Soleil got asked to appear on the Rock Newman show. Her and Rock Newman are friends. She got asked to come on the Rock Newman show. So she asked me that I want to do it. We kind of went back and forth with the people that were putting it together and asked, like, what is it that you wanted to talk about? And he's basically like, Rock Newman show. I think I put up a couple of, I put the clip up on my Facebook page. But he says, well, I see you online having this beautiful kind of love experience with Professor Griff. And I'm like, okay, well, so she asked me and I said, yeah. So we went on the Rock Newman show and we just we talked about music. We talked about Prodigy, Jay-Z industry. We talked about Beyonce. We talked about some things that are going on in the now. And we talked about love. We talked about honoring one another. We talked about aspects of our relationship. Not most, I'm sorry. Pardon me, I apologize. Some people, by seeing the very first picture of me and Soleil, automatically assumed that we were in a relationship, and we weren't. All right, so beating that back, it was just kind of funny and kind of strange how that happened. So the Rock Newman show happened. The Rock Newman show took a week to air. When it aired, it went up for the most part. Everything was fine. I did an interview with Brother Rich talking about the Rock Newman show. I don't know. I normally don't go back and read the comments, but this time I did because I received some text messages. So I went back and read the comments, and some people on there, mostly black people, because you really don't get this conversation about colorism from white people. It's a conversation that black people have. So I discussed it with Brother Rich again, and me and Brother Rich came to a general consensus that out of the few years, 2.5, 3 maybe, years that I've been doing this with Brother Rich, that particular show, that particular interview is the most hated, the most dislikes we've ever received on any interview we've ever done. And that show, I saw some of the comments and it says, wow, this really shows how much work we with one another, because the level of hatred that's coming across, talking about the vile, despicable, violent hatred. You can go back and read the comments for yourself. It's up under the Underground Railroad. It's under Black Magic 363. My interview with Brother Rich talking about the Rock Newman show, love and light skin versus dark skin, the whole Willie Lynch chip thing, the whole Willie Lynch letter. So I brought it to Soleil and we talked about it. And basically we had a few things to say. We talked about it, but we didn't really spend a lot of time on it. So I said, I'm going to cover that on the show, talk to some people to hear what the people have to say. And so what I did was I wrote down some of the comments, and I want to read some of the comments to you. Now, keep in mind, brothers and sisters, the premise. Keep in mind the point of reference. Keep in mind that we have to understand that. Well, let me say it this way. I left, and Soleil called me. I think I was in Atlanta. Soleil called me and said someone said something under the clip that kind of caught her attention, and she said that the brother was saying, "How dare Professor Griff, being pro-black, choose a light-skinned woman?" And I really didn't understand that. Whether you light skin, brown skin, dark skin, you're still black. So I think I'm good. But he also said, well, she said that he said that why don't you choose a woman that, you know, looks like your mom, or that's the complexion of your mom? I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh because, and I know Soleil, you're watching this. Soleil is probably darker than my mom. I'm laughing because she always teased me about my store. Huh? The street lights are off? All right. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm still recording. This camera is operating on its own battery. If y'all are still, there's a power outage in this area where I'm at. I'm not sure if you're still on. I'm not even sure if I'm still on. I take it I am. I'm not sure. All right. I think I'm still on Facebook Live. All right. I'm not sure about Google Hangout. Everybody in Google Hangout, I'm in the dark. So I can't see anything. But I'm going to keep recording as long as I see that we're still here. All right. So I was saying, I was laughing because Soleil is actually darkening my mind. So the idea of someone making a statement like that, telling me to choose a woman that looks like my mom or that's my mom's complexion, is foolish and idiotic because she is. And I don't understand that particular dynamic. So, all right. So, and I tell people all the time, the most you're actually going to see of my skin is my hands and my face. I always wear long sleeves. I never wear shorts. So I'm not one of those kind of individuals that's going to expose herself. Yeah. So, I want to go over this, but this power outage is actually killing me. All right. I'm not sure where I'm at on the broadcast. All right. If you're there on Google Hangout, can somebody send me a message on the chat for Google Hangout? Can y'all do that? So I can know if y'all are there. I'm sure y'all, I think y'all there. All right, I see I'm still recording. There's a power outage in this area, so I'm purely, strictly going on whatever battery life I have. Toolbox, camera, screen share, chat. Peace. All right. All right, so let's talk about this. Hopefully I'm still on. But so I want to read the comments, and I want a big piece to King Simon, Sherry Griffin, peace. I want to read the comments so we can talk. Funny how y'all come here with that colorism in the comment section of the Rock Newman show. Is he too light-skinned to be pro-black? Talking about Rock Newman. All right. And then it says, was Huey Newton too light? Is Phil Valentine too light? I'm watching on YouTube. Oh, okay. Is Phil Valentine too light? Is Elijah Muhammad too light? Is Farrakhan, Elaine Brown, Kathleen Cleaver? What about Malcolm X? The irony is telling. That was one of the comments. And I could go on with W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. I could go on and on and on. All right. About quote unquote light-skinned people that I guess what these people are trying to say, we're going to get to the meat of it. College kid seems like it. Let me find out we worse than whites. Oh, this is from the college kid. It seems like it says, let me find out we're worse than whites when it comes to this color skin shit. or the skin color shit. And yeah, this person says, I can't stand colorism BS. I'm starting to think it's more detrimental than racism. This other person says, by the looks of these comments section, blacks still haven't gotten over colorism. Wow. And I'm wondering if that generation, that's leaving these comments, did they ever study, or have they ever studied the Willie Lynch letter? Have they ever studied colonization of black Africans in Africa, and then the colonization on a global scale? This comment says, nope. He has a biracial woman. He prefers non-black women. Y'all have to help me with that one. Talk about Professor Griff. He has a biracial woman. He prefers non-black women. Can somebody please define the color spectrum or prism of black? I'm trying to understand that. Please help me out, y'all. All right. My phone number is 678-557-2919. If you don't want to put anything up, or if you want to email me at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Pardon me, seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. One brother says, I grew up with Soleil in Kansas City, Missouri. Trust me, she's all black mentally. She's a real sister. Another comment says, I'm telling you, she the truth. She wasn't a thought. Her dad was what I call a John Brown type white man. Real talk. LOL. Another comment says, I know cops do. I'm speaking from a relationship aspect. Who cares if a person is light-skinned or dark-skinned? Love doesn't see color. God is not judging who we date or marry. We are. Okay. Hold up. This one says, I love you, Griff, but you're reaching hard with this one. There is a major difference between a light-skinned black person and a biracial person. I think the question here is, a mixed person black, you will get different answers from different people. No, I'm not reaching. The wholesale rape of black women on the plantation would put practically all of us in the same boat, whoever you are. All right.